Hi the hell are you? Welcome back to the channel and to WWE 2K25 Legends Universe mode. Last time we kicked the whole thing off, we went through the first 4 weeks of television for both the... I can remember the name of the first program. Is it World All-Star? Can I check that here? Yes, World All-Star Wrestling, the sort of 70s up to mid-90s promotion, and then Action Zone Wrestling, the sort of mid-90s up to about 2010 promotion. Watching one match per show over those 4 weeks, so that was 8 matches. And we are now at the first pay-per-views for both shows. And I'm thinking we'll not watch the entire cards, probably, but we'll watch maybe an extra match at least for pay-per-views. So here we are. This is the World All-Star. Whatchamacallit? Pay-per-view. Jesus Christ, Gar. So we're starting off with a Women's Championship match. Bull Nakano versus Aja Kong. Following up with a tag team match. The Hart Foundation versus the Islanders. We then have Sting versus Sid Justice. No holds barred match for the Intercontinental title as Goldust takes on Eddie Guerrero. A 8-woman battle royale featuring Wendy Richter, Dump Matsumoto, Luna Vachon, Alundra Blaze, Velvet McIntyre, Mad Maxine, Leilani Kai, and Sensational Sherry. A no holds barred match between Hulk Hogan and Yokozuna. And in our main event for the World Heavyweight Championship, Bruno Sammartino versus the Macho Man Randy Savage. So I think at the very least we've got to watch the title matches. How many matches on this? 7. 7 match card here. Let's see. Anything else really jump out at me? Maybe Sting Sid? Do 4 matches? Or just the title matches? Let's just do the title matches. Fuck it. Excuse me. So yeah, let's get into it. Entrances are on. Fantastic. So I'm assuming Aja's the women's champion. I can't remember the other. I know Randy Savage is definitely the world heavyweight, because as you can see on the side of the belt there, his is the last name added to it. So I'm assuming it always puts the champ on the right. But we'll find out. So yeah, let's get into it. And you know, like some pay-per-views will watch more matches, some will watch fewer. Probably not though, because I probably always want to watch title matches at least. There wasn't a tag title match on this, was there? Madness. Oh, I turned the commentary down, that's why you don't hear the man. Because they put the commentary in with ring announcer, I guess. That's fine. I feel like this would be 2 separate things for, you know, future reference game. But here we go. Challenger Bull Nakano. Oh shit, just knocked everything. It's fine. Did we watch a bull match last time? I don't remember. I think this is the first time we're seeing either of these two in this series. So yeah. Oh, also, quick update. I think I mentioned this on another stream earlier this week, but I got the retro AJ Styles. He's in the Action Zone roster now. Basically, they made it easier to get the specific version of John Cena you needed to do the specific challenge match to get the AJ. So, hooray. I think they just made it like really cheap VC wise to buy that Cena card. And I just happen to have like some left over, so hooray. And like as this goes on, I'll keep an eye out, and if anybody else shows up that I want in this, I'll sort of try and get them. I don't know that I've ever actually watched this entrance. I haven't. And yeah, a lot of these credit wrestlers and stuff, the entrance music's going to be a complete surprise to me, because I usually play this with music on. The lovely wooden steps, of course. I think this is our first proper look at any of the championships. I don't recall. Also, am I crazy, or did the like lower thirds not appear? I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong. Maybe I just looked away briefly, but I don't think they showed. So that's concerning. I might go and put commentary back on because this is just ridiculous. Getting like the introductions and shit and not hearing anybody. Yeah, I'll do that just before the... no, we'll let this match go, it's fine. And then we'll do it after the match. Although sometimes quitting out like completely resets the card and it just throws like a completely random card that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Like you start matches and stuff. That'll be fine. I guess I could do the introductions, but there it is, the lovely Women's World Championship. I think is what I called it, or it's just the Women's Championship. I don't remember. But here we go. Bell rings. Oh, big lariat from Kong to start. Follows up with a nice little snap elbow. Flips around and single leg camel clutch. Bull able to escape immediately. Shoots her off into the corner and avalanche and a scoop slam. The amount of people in the game that have that as a running corner attack now is ridiculous. I think it got added with Gallows, possibly last year's game, and yeah, this year just like half any sort of moderately large wrestler has it as a move. Oh, they lock up. Just shoved by Aja. Is it Aja or like Aja? I've never heard her name said. I'm now realizing. I think it's Aja or Aja. Aja? Aja. Is it like a hard J or a soft J? Aja. I'm gonna go with Aja. Or I could look it up. Oh, and a roll up. Let's see. Flips her over. Aja. Okay. Oh no, wait. Asia, I guess. Asia. Oh, okay. Oh, like the Steely Dan is Asia. Asia. Okay. That's what we'll go with then. So I'm not seeing anything else there. Asia Kong. That was worth taking a couple of seconds to look up. I mean, it is. It's worth figuring out how people's names are pronounced. So there's no excuse for getting it wrong more than once. Oh, stomped the gut. And we're on the outside. Okay, so at least it doesn't mute the ref if you mute commentary, because that would be ridiculous. But yeah, something to think about for future games, separating ring announcer from commentary. I don't know if that would be difficult or not, but I wouldn't imagine so. Oh, into the corner post. Shit. And Asia just gonna lean back and wait. Well, I mean, count out, she retains. Ooh. Dodges the body block. Into a big fucking Yakuza kick. And maybe he's gonna try and bring her back in, because of course Bull needs this to finish in the ring for her to win the championship. A count out does nothing for Bull. Oh shit. Oh, big nasty powerbomb out on the blue mats. Gonna send her back. Nope. Oh, another big boot. Fucking hell. I think we're up to a count of 5. Bull just firing Asia off. Up to a count of 7. Asia's up on her feet though. And again, could have just taken the count out loss and... Oh! Bull getting cocky in the corner there and made her pay for it. Big chop! So was that a powerbomb? Was that a Sig? I'm not sure. Ooh, just stomping on her hand. Jesus. Oh! Oh no, blocked. The back fist somehow. We did see a bull match, because I remember her doing that move, and I remember talking about it. Last week, I mean. Or whenever the last stream was, I honestly don't remember. Is that enough? Do we have a new champion? Just a 2. Fucking hell, big clothesline. Flips around. And just smashes her face into the canvas. And big leg drop. And going up for a bigger leg drop. And a cover. New champ? Not quite. Only a 2. Big set. Big elbows from Asia. Big headbutt. Roll up. Leaning in the corner. Oh, just fucking wrenching that arm with a little help from the ropes. Going back to their feet. Elbows from Bull. And yet another nasty boot. AJ rolling out even. And just scraping Bull's face across that top rope. Oh, gets caught. Oh, I thought she was going for like a jackknife pin there, but she's going for a Boston Crab. Not really wrenching it much. And I believe she let it go there. Big leg drop? Nope. Waiting for Asia to get to her feet. Big double axe handle. Shades of our men's world champion Randy Savage. And oh, misses the leg drop though. Back in control. Gonna bring her to the corner. And oh, busts her open with that one. And scooping a slam. And up to the middle rope. He's just sort of rolling a bit far away there, but eats the elbow nonetheless. And oh, just going for a leg drop to the back of the head there, but missed. Big clothesline. And that blood is pouring out of Kong. Big fucking elbow off the middle rope. And a cover. 2. And the champ retains. Hell of a match though. As we look back at some of the highlights, including that avalanche into a scoop slam. And this will be the powerbomb, I assume. Yes. Boom. That's Bull just kind of no-selling the back fist. Oof. Right on her head. Surprised that wasn't it. That's the first leg drop. That's the second leg drop. And the cover. That's the double axe handle. And yet another scoop slam. Saw a few of those. And then Kong up to the rope herself with the big elbow to retain the title. Alright, before we move on, I'm going to go back and put commentary up just because I don't like not having the ring announcer. It annoys me. Annoys? Yeah, it annoys me. talking like Popeye for no reason. 4 stars. Oh, Road Dogg's voice isn't part of the actual... No, it's not here. It's audio volume. Where is that? Audio volume. Up to about 50. Should be fine. Oh, I backed out of the way out. Yeah, Road Dogg's talking isn't actually part of the entrance music track. You would have thought at least the "Oh, you didn't know, your ass better call somebody" would be. Yeah. So I feel like that does just play as part of the entrance thing. He doesn't always say that. Could be wrong. Frequently am. Has it fucked with my card? It sure has. I mean, all the matches are there, except sort of the women's title match got split. Okay. I'm not going to watch it again, even though it's technically a different match. So it's all the same matches, except this is new, I think. But the title matches have remained, and Bull just gets a main event out of it. But yeah, so the Islanders beat the Hart Foundation, Yokozuna beats Hulk Hogan. Oh, well, Under Blaze takes advantage of this to win the women's title. And Demolition and Headshrinker Samu beat the Wild Samoans and Terry Funk. And yes, so that stayed. Yes, so the match types have stayed as well. Alright, Goldust versus Eddie Guerrero. To be honest, I haven't looked at it in a while, but I'm not in love with this Goldust. But again, I literally can't download any new people. Because I've I've hit the image limit. And I can't delete anyone without deleting people. It's fine, it's like a decent enough Goldust. Why are you not speaking? What the fuck? Is there something else I need to do to get the ring announcer on? What's happening here? Or am I stupid and there was a ring announcer volume? I'll not do it again on this card just because I don't want to fuck it up anymore. That'll do for now. That's annoyed me. I can't remember now. I know we went through all the title histories. I think Goldust has held the Intercontinental title before. This Intercontinental title, like obviously in actual WWF he was, but... Yeah, why did ring announcer not come back with the commentary? That's annoyed me. It doesn't look terrible. And here's our Intercontinental Champion. Who yeah, we haven't seen yet. Yeah, it's technically the 97 Eddie Guerrero, but I've dressed him like 94, I think he wore this in AAA. Yeah, because that better fits the timeline that I'm going for with this roster. This would be a good match. Eddie and Goldust. A lot of shtick. Also a lot of good wrestling. Quite pleased with how the Intercontinental title came out. I mean, it is just like a very obvious knockoff of like the classic Intercontinental title, but I like it. Why did the ring announcer not come back? Strange, strange, strange. Did he have a separate volume slider that I missed? I'm genuinely not sure. Was there something fucky going on with that Goldust's face paint? Sure has. Alright, so we've seen one title successfully defended so far tonight. Will we see another? The ref holds it aloft. I wish you could customize the microphones and stuff for like custom arenas and shows. That'd be nice. Ooh. Oh Jesus, big flurry of strikes from Goldust here. Shoot to his daddy there. Not wasting any time. Pile driver? Nope, hard bomb. Champion able to fight out. Oh. Big drop kick to Goldust. Of the springboard variety. And kick to the back. Goldust back to his feet. Eddie out to the apron. And another big springboard drop kick. Ooh, I'm gonna stomp the arm. And oh, misses the drop kick of the low variety. One guy really fucking loving the match in the crowd. Oh, Arrow gets an elbow up. Brings Goldust onto the ropes. And the fuck is this? Oh, slingshot suplex. Setup looked weird for some reason. Don't know why. Eddie going for a cover already. Only gets a one. Ooh, fuck. Running swanton across the back. Eddie going up. Frog splash already. Nope, just an elbow. Goldust rolling out. Eddie very quick to follow him. Ooh. Got suckered in there by Goldust. And Goldust. Ooh, fucking clipped his arm badly off the barricade there. And wrenches the arm of Guerrero. Fighting near those deadly wooden steps. Oh, oh, I think Goldust got turned around because the camel got turned around there. All happens sometimes. Guerrero. Oh, Goldust ducks whatever that was going to be. Oh, big fucking just slap. And Guerrero sends him into those wooden steps. And grabs the mega. Oh, that's right, this is no holds barred. Megaphone to the ass. And again. It's more like the upper thigh, I guess. Jesus. Eddie Guerrero showing no mercy. I can't remember if when I was setting up this no holds barred match, if I made it false count anywhere. I don't think I did because the ref's not leaving. I just did a custom match to get like a roughly period appropriate weapon wheel. It's mostly sort of random people's gimmicks, like there's a guitar in there. Ooh, completely got nothing of that. The urn. Doink's fake arm. I forget what else. I think there is just a chair. Goldust. Again, one guy really fucking loving Goldust out there. It was oh yes. Guerrero. And sends Goldust up and over. Guerrero out. Oh, gonna grab another weapon. Oh, a table. Okay. Oh, dinks. Oh, and chucks it at Goldust. Christ. Guerrero serious about keeping his title. As you should be. Goldust. Oh, he went over the table. Goldust so far has not resorted to weapon use. And brings him up suplex. Guerrero floats over, chops the leg. And big punch from Goldust. And I forget what he calls this. I'm assuming he doesn't call it the saving grace. Final cut, I think, or is that the suplex that spins into an Hexbreaker? I can't remember. Either way, it wasn't enough to put Guerrero away. Dust looking for a power bomb, perhaps. Big fucking power bomb, Jesus. Oh, big man's going up. Big elbow drop of his own. Fucking picture perfect too, with the cover. Only a 2. Calling for him to get to his feet again. Sends him. Nope. Guerrero sends him out and over. Ooh, big punch. Goldust just shoves him off. Ooh, dodges the slap that time. Ooh, nice. Guerrero. I think just going back for that megaphone. Yep. Ooh, fucking dunked him there. Cover. Nope, not enough yet. Guerrero. Brainbuster. Ooh, big brainbuster. Cover. Oh, Jesus, Goldust kicks out. Holy crap. Guerrero. Waiting for Goldust to get to his feet. Waiting for that dropkick again. And he gets it. Guerrero up to the middle rope. Once again, waiting for Goldust to get to his feet. Maybe time for another dropkick variety. Nope. Hurricane Rana. And going back to the megaphone. Ooh, Goldust dodges. Oh. And it's the throat jab. Cover. Under 3, new champion. Holy fuck. Goldust wins. So technically 2 new champs because Alundra Blaze somehow got a women's championship match. Not sure how, but she did. Yeah, that was a fucking banger. Maybe a bit of a waste of the table, not actually doing anything with it, but, you know, it's cool. And plenty of megaphone action. As seen here. She really worked the leg with it too. Yeah, Goldust hit most of his big moves. No Shattered Dreams though, excuse me. Which would have been perfectly legal in a no-holds-barred match. But I guess he didn't need it. And yeah, this elbow drop was like perfect. Positioning wise. Which brings us to our final match on the first pay-per-view. After the replays. I might turn those off. Being honest. We don't really get much from them. But yeah, new champ. Allegedly Goldust. Yeah, when I go out to try and figure out how to get the ring announcer back on, I'll turn off the post-match replays. 3.5. Not as good as the women's title match that never happened. Alright, main event time. And I think if this world title changes hands, I will just between streams update the side plates. I'll not do that on stream. It's just a nice touch, I thought. I think it's on the original WWF title. I think has the names of champions. Sort of one with the big green strap and stuff that I ripped this one off for. That Bruno would have had. Hell yeah. Incredibly hairy man. Jesus, look at those legs. Oh shit, and like these two have like real world actual wrestling history. They had like matches and shit, I think. Like late in Bruno's career. Here he is, the World Heavyweight Champion. Again, we might have watched a Randy match. I think we've seen the belt, but we haven't seen it in like a be defended. If I'm not mistaken. Jesus, this chair's squeaky. But it does suit Randy, doesn't it? Looks good on him. Again, actually, I don't know if they had matches. I know after Randy like tried to crush Ricky Steamboat's throat with the ring bell, Bruno was like ready for murdering him, but I don't know if it actually led to matches. Can't remember now. Haven't checked in a while. They might have. There was like enough of a time period where they were both wrestling in the same place. It might have actually been who Bruno and Hogan were facing in that tag match that was like Bruno's last match that there is no footage of. Which is crazy. Could be wrong. I'll just skip the introduction since we're not actually hearing them. Damn right you are. I like having the names on the side plates. I think that's fun. Little detail. There we go. Randy Savage versus Bruno Sammartino. Ooh, nice STO from Bruno. Kicked him back. Wrenching that neck. Drops the elbow. Drops the elbow again. And nope. Savage lands a nice punch, gets back to his feet. Big clothesline from the Macho Man. Bruno, jawbreaker. They lock up. Savage gets behind Bruno. Waist lock. And just wrenching it. Snapmare from Bruno. India chin lock. Is that chin lock or is that just a sleeve? That's a chin lock. Again, putting a bit of extra pressure on it. I mean, I'm no expert, but it does look like Randy has tapped like 5 times. Ooh, Indian armbar. And ooh, nice little arm drag. Followed up with a big fucking knee. Bruno. Okay. Just decided to run off for a minute. And yeah, this has been all Bruno so far. Bruno going up. for Savage to get to his feet. And big fucking shoulder tackle from Bruno Sammartino. Highly doubt he ever did that. Turns him over. Single leg crab. Oof. Nasty little trip from Savage. Sends Bruno out to the floor. Just daring him to get back in the ring. Savage! Fuck. And, ooh, just clawing at the face of Bruno. And Russian leg sweep. Ooh, Bruno gets the boot up. Oh, Savage just ignored the clothesline. And Savage, nope. Oh, Bruno getting into an argument with Miss Elizabeth. Bruno. Oh, backbreaker. I wish they put this in as like an actual submission. I'd like that. Is that enough? Really, Bruno's leg hair looks like it's just drawn on. Like, it doesn't look like it has detail. Bruno, bear hug. Shit! Savage taps. Oh no, he doesn't even tap. He passes out to the bear hug. Here's that big shoulder tackle. Big Savage dive. I mean, the packed a lot in. It wasn't a long match. Big Bruno backbreaker. With the little squeeze for good measure. Followed up. Well, he goes for a pin first. And then follows it up with the Bruno bear hug. Devastating hold. New champion. Do I have a pen here? It's alright, I'll remember to add Bruno's name too. And yeah, Bruno is our World Heavyweight Champion. Holy shit. Right, so before I move on to the Action Zone Wrestling pay-per-view, and that was a 2.5 star match. Okay, and then Wendy Richter versus Bill Nakano. We'll say that's the dark match. Wendy Richter wins. So none of these are listed as the pay-per-view. Well, that must have happened on the TV. I think we watched that. I remember that now. So I think these are the pay-per-view. So Haku and Tama came out on top over Jim the Anvil Neidhart and Bret Hitman Hart to cap their rivalry and took the spotlight of the WWE Universe's attention with their victory. The success tonight has caught the attention of the fans to see how much of this tag team's potential will be fulfilled in future matches and if they can push further past that. After a recent match on the big stage, Yokozuna emerged victorious over Hulk Hogan and caused his opponent to drop in the power rankings. It remains to be seen if Hulk Hogan will be able to recover their standing. Alundra Blaze has won the Women's Championship. Goldust has won the Intercontinental Championship. Bruno Sammartino has won the World Heavyweight Championship. Neat. Right, so before we move on, can I bring back... Oh, ring announcer's there. He's on. The ring announcer's on. I'm going to turn him up to 100. And maybe bring him down to like 25. Why is the ring announcer not ring announcing? And what was the other thing? Oh, the replays. Oh, I don't need to back out all the way out. Will we get ring announcer now? Who's to say? I see no reason for him not to appear, but you never know. Okay, on to the Action Zone Wrestling pay-per-view. Or it does this sometimes. Alright. None of this is canon, but what I'm going to do is to make sure nobody wins a title that they're not meant to, because this pay-per-view has already happened. These matches don't count. Oh shit, okay, good. Goldust Yeah, sometimes even if the show's finished, if you back out and go and change something, it fucking like resets the card. Nothing of that mattered. That was all non-canon. Okay. So, Women's Championship, Trish Stratus versus Melina. RVD versus Sabu. The Road Dogg versus Kevin Nash. Booker T versus Tajiri in a hardcore match. Hurricane and Rosie versus the Usos. Mosh and Thrasher, the Headbangers versus the Dudley Boys. And in our main event, it is Bret the Hitman Hart versus The Rock. So, weirdly, this follows a very similar pattern to the All-Star card, except there's only one like no DQ match. But I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to watch the title matches again. Because I really don't care about the Road Dogg Kevin Nash rivalry. Or the what apparently is just a Mosh Devon rivalry. So yeah. And we'll find out if we've got a ring announcer. It would be nice if we had a ring announcer. Like, they've shown up, we could at least turn their microphone on. And here we go. Why is the ring announcer not ring announcing? His volume's up full. I'm very confused. And here's Trish. Again, there is, like, in my faction, like, a proper, like, classic Trish. This is, like, a model edit, I think, by What's the Status, or What's the Status had something to do with it. I can't remember exactly. And I'm assuming the classic Trish that you get in my faction has, like, the original version of her theme song. It just has, like, the laughter at the start rather than whatever she says there at the start of that one. I could be wrong. They are a bit lazy sometimes with the my faction characters. Anyway, here comes Melina. Our women's champion. That belt is huge. I feel like I can sort of hear the ring announcer. And I'm wondering now if it's just an issue with, because I only have one working headphone here. Could be. We also haven't seen anybody interrupt an entrance yet. This game doesn't have a splits entrance, does it? No. Would be the answer. Or maybe I'm just, because I turned the commentary down a bit, I might just be hearing the, oh, well, it has in-ring splits. Close enough. Maybe that's what it was, I was faintly hearing the commentary because I turned them down. Don't get why the ring announcer's not ring announcing. It's annoying me. So yeah, we'll just skip that again because there's no point. Alright, so after everything, we did get a new women's champion on World All-Star. Will we see the same here? Actually, fuck, all the singles titles changed hand anyway. Here we go. Ooh, fucking big knee from Melina. Springboard moonsault! Not wasting any time. Oh, just a one. And springboard moonsault to nothing. It's a really good Melina. Holy shit. Melina into the corner, waiting for Trish to get to her feet in the opposite corner. And gets the knees to the back. Jesus. Once again, the champion all over the challenger here. Double stomp. Ooh, Trish catches the leg. And La Magistral. Melina definitely was kicking the ropes there. Oh, big chop. Melina sends Trish over. Big fucking punch. Trish pushes her off. Back in the ring herself. Another chop. And another. Blocked. Punch. They lock up. Trish pushing Melina back into that top corner. And referee calls for them to break. And they do. Oh, fucking Trish just sends her immediately back in. Melina gets an elbow up and she fights out. Big running choke from Melina. And oh, nice. I forget what she called that. Or if she had a name for it. But I don't know what it would be called otherwise. Only a 2 though, for whatever that was. What would Melina's finisher be? Sunset flip powerbomb, I guess? Only a 2. Assuming that was a finisher. Melina. You really need them to be closer if you're going to go for that. She should have watched the Eddie Goldust match. Should have known. And just boots to the face of Trish. Oh yeah, that's right. Melina, big kick. And up to the middle rope, but Trish rolls out. Oh. And Melina, I think was looking powerbomb there. Trish able to fight her way free. Big elbows. And Thez press. Damn, just teeing off on her. And stomp across the face. Melina, back to your feet. And, oh. Trish shoots her off. Oh, tried to do something there, but grabbed like a bit too early. Oh, Melina dodges. Some elbows of her own. Blocked. Big kick. Big chop. And another big kick. And another. Oh, blocks the elbow though. Sends Trish off the ropes. Trish gets a knee up. Blocks the elbow. Dodges the slap. Punch. Bulldog. And maybe looking for. What did she call the kick? Don't know. She had a name. Was that the chick kick? Well, whatever it was effective and wins Trish Stratus the Women's Championship. Holy shit. So we're technically 4 for 4 on new champions on our first pay-per-view. Gee, it would be nice if we had a ring announcer. I don't know why we're paying that man to just stand in the ring during the entrances. But he's not going to do anything. But good for her. And our very quiet commentators. Well, they're having one. Hell yeah. 3.5 stars. Alright, RVD versus Sabu. And RVD gets the win. Kevin Nash versus the Road Dogg. Road Dogg gets the win. Booker T versus Tajiri, United States Championship. Tajiri, the champion? Sure. I mean, again, he must be because he's coming out last. And that's like actually something they fixed in Universe when it used to be champion came out first. Bizarrely. Like, seriously, what's that man doing? He's just standing in the ring, miming into a microphone. Wasting everyone's time. Sucker! Booker T. I think he has held this title before. Again, there's like a classic version of Booker that doesn't have the tattoos that he didn't have at the time. I wouldn't mind getting it from my faction. but I'm not desperate. It's mainly, yeah, the king tattoo on his arm there. I think that's a more recent thing. And the back tattoo. I don't remember him ever having the back tattoo. But other than that, this is like a, I don't know, like a 2004 Booker, I guess. Not sure. Again, aside from the tattoos, which are more recent. Well, like the king one, you would assume is at some point after he became king. Booker. I think the flame was always there. And here's our United States champion, Tajiri. I really like this belt. I mean, it's mostly just cribbed off of John Cena's spinner belt, for the most part. But the strap has like stars on it, which I'm assuming is from, it must be a United States title. Had that. I can't think of any other reason why they'd have a strap with stars on it. I think this is the stock Japanese entrance theme that the game's had for a while. I think it listed as Japanese Patriot. I think actually either the Muta theme or the Bull Nakano theme would suit him well, but we'll stick with it. Also, a surprising amount of Tajiri's moves still in the game. Like, there's still a buzzsaw kick and the tarantula, but you can't set the tarantula as a signature. It's only a standard corner move. And I don't like that there's moves that you can't set as signatures and finishers. It annoys me. If it's in the game, it should be settable as a finisher. Don't know if that's like a weird oversight thing or what. Right, once again, skip the introductions because nobody's making them. Can Booker T, I think, regain this United States title? Lovely belt. There we go, Booker T. Tajiri. Ref calls for the bell. And here we go. Ooh, straight into those kicks. Back elbow. Oh, he connects. And just kick to the back. Just going to work on the arm. So I think what we'll do after this is the next 4 weeks of television. And maybe that'll be the pattern, is we do a pay-per-view and then the 4 weeks after it, up to the next, and then start on a pay-per-view, basically, rather than end. Maybe. Because what we've got through, like, 5 matches? No, 4 matches. This is match 5 in just under an hour. So yeah. Let's do that. Tajiri's grabbed the chair. Ooh, just across the midsection. Oh. Big fucking pump kick from Booker T. Tajiri in with those kicks and a DDT. Ooh, going for the cover. Who thinks the damage was done with the chair? Only gets a 1 though. Tajiri. Someday we will see somebody hit that move. Booker. Put the boots to him. And big clothesline. And I think he clipped the back of his head off the chair. Booker float over neckbreaker. Calling for Tajiri to get back to his feet. And sends him off the ropes. Leapfrog. And big spine buster. Kind of on the chair. Booker rolls out. Is he going for a weapon or just getting a breather? He is getting back in the ring. And walks straight into a chair shot from Tajiri. Good for him. Oh, yeah, he definitely hit the back of his head off the chair there. Booker. Harlem Hangover. Oh! Ass first onto the chair, though. Oh, gets the knee up. Here he dodges. Oh, 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 damn. Tajiri Brainbuster. Cover. And Tajiri retains. Our first champion to walk out of their pay-per-view with the title. Good for Tajiri. Solid enough little match. Nothing too spectacular. Some nice chair action, I guess. We did not see any of Tajiri's like big signature sort of offense. No buzzsaw kick, no tarantula. Oh, we saw the handspring elbow. That's true. Booker T, we saw an attempt at the Harlem Hangover. But yeah, no bookend. No scissor kick. Any of the sorts. So the Usos defeat the Hurricane and Rosie. The Dudleys beat the Headbangers. And main event time, Bret Hitman Hart versus The Rock. For what I think is my favourite of these belts. The AZW World Championship. Which we'll see in a moment. Again, we probably had a look at it during someone's entrance. But you'll see it properly up on the screen and all being held up because we're getting a tag match. Also, by only doing one pay-per-view a stream, it means I'm less likely to have to add more than one name to the title belt every time. There he is. Best there is, best there was, best there ever will be. With the jacket. Does he give a child the sunglasses in this game? I don't know. I haven't watched his entrance in a while. He does not. He used to do that in games. Give away the glasses. It's been a while though, I think. And yeah, really fucking crazy fucked up hair. They never do a good job of Bret. And given who's currently in charge of the WWE, I can't help but feel that's slightly personal. And there's The Rock. Bam, bam, bam. Taking his time. And yes, of course, two masters of the sharpshooter here. Both men involved in controversial Survivor Series moments involving sharpshooters. One being a direct reference to the other. But still. Did we see Rocky Maivia last time? I can't remember. Generally remember very little of what happened in the first stream of this. Because I don't think anything of note really took place. Except for the tag title match, I guess. And even then I only remembered that happened when I checked the news. I wish they'd have a slightly different entrance animation for if you come in second. Not in love with the side plates, I'll be honest. But overall I like it. So we don't need the introductions because there are no introductions. But we'll do the presenting of the belt. Yeah, it's really bad hair. I mean, the hair's not great in the game in general, but Bret's hair's atrocious. But can he, terrible hair aside, become the Action Zone Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion? And I believe he has held it before. Nope, I thought he was going for the big clothesline. Nope, looking for the float over DDT. Bret counters. Right back at you. Crucifix does not hold him for the cover. Would move a bit early, but yeah. Stomps the arm. Leg drop. Just yelling at him. They lock up. collar and elbow and all that. Bret pushing Rocky into the corner. Referee going to separate them. Ooh, no clean break though. Bret dodges the punch of his own. They lock up again. And Rock just shoving the Hitman away. They lock up once more. Go behind. Wrist lock. Snapmare from the Rock into the chin lock. We've obviously been watching their Randy Savage versus Bruno Sammartino. Right down to Rock leveraging for that extra pressure. Damn. Bret gets to his feet. Jawbreaker. Almost a stunner, basically. Ooh. The Rock going for a La Magistral. Center of the ring, nearly. Only gets a one, though. Ooh. I believe we are into a strike exchange. Just throwing punches. Neither man backing down. Rock offering up a free shot. And gets the big spit punch. Oh, Flair sends Bret into the ropes. Bret sends Rocky off. Gets the knee up. Bret calling for Rocky to get to his feet. And slingshot crossbody into the ring. Goes to the cover. Only gets a one though. Early days, early days. It's going to take more than that to win the Action Zone Wrestling World Championship. Pile driver with a little spin on it. Cover. 1, 2. Only a 2. Bring him away from the ropes. Maybe going to look to put him in the sharpshooter. Rock gets to his feet. Goes for that foot over DDT. Gets it this time. And Bret Hart is busted open. Looks like a cut just above the eye. Rocky, spinebuster, center of the ring. And because this game is stupid, he goes for a cover instead of straight into the people's elbow. Because, like, you know, The Rock famously, after hitting the spinebuster, goes for the pin. And now, having wasted his time, he goes to the people's elbow. Elbow pad comes off. Into the crowd. Bret just shuffling into position there. And people's elbow. Cover. 1, 2. Only a 2. Drops a non-people's elbow, I guess. And Rock going up. What the hell does the Rock do? I know what Rocky Maivia does from the top, but what does the Rock do? Does he still do the crossbody? He does! That's a big man throwing a crossbody, to be fair. Like, what, 270? 6'5"? And going back to the beginning, throwing the big crossbody off the top rope, The Rock retains, I believe. Again, it'd be nice if we had a ring announcer to tell us these things. But yeah, Rocky retains. So yeah, the last two champions held onto their belts. So we'll check the news, see what happened in any of our other matches, and then we'll go on. But yeah, held a decent enough little match there. Was not expecting it to end on the crossbody. Again, digging deep into his playbook. For a 3-star match. So we proceed, we check the news. So Trish Stratus has won the AZW Women's Championship. Road Dogg Jesse James and Kevin Nash defeated and on the big stage after an intense back and forth rivalry for weeks. The winner's emphatic victory over their rivals sent them falling in the standings for a title match, and it'll likely take the pair some time to work their way back into the running for the championship. So that was meant to be New Age Outlaws versus Outsiders, which had been happening on the TV up to this. Random. Devon Dudley and Bubba Ray Dudley defeated Mosh and Thrasher on the big stage, and that is the same... slightly different. for intense back and forth for weeks. This duo has earned a higher placement in the championship rankings. The WWE Universe is excited to see these superstars in the championship picture soon. I can't check. Well, I can check the power rankings. Oh, Bubba Ray's at the top. Crazy. Alright. So, on the first World All-Star Wrestling, I always forget the name of this, but I think that's it. We have Vader versus Dusty Rhodes. I might watch that one. With The Undertaker there for reasons. The British Bulldog versus Jesse the Body Ventura. 6-woman tag as Lioness Asuka and Chiksa Nagayo, the Crush Gals, plus Dump Matsumoto, take on Alundra Blaze, Bill Nakano, and Velvet McIntyre. Sid Justice and Roddy... Oh my god, a Sid and Roddy Piper promo segment? Oh my god, that would have been amazing. Like, holy shit. Tag team action, Wendy Richter and Luna Vachon versus Leilani Kai and Mad Maxine. And in our main event, it is an 8-superstar battle royale. Big Daddy, Goldust, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, Yokozuna, Bruno Sammartino, Vern Gagne, The Ultimate Warrior, and Harley Race. Damn, so that's like our IC and World Champion in there, plus Big Daddy, which is fucking cool. But yeah, I think we're going to watch Vader versus Dusty. That sounds fun. And it's a rival match, as I probably could have guessed by the fact that The Undertaker's there. So with growing frustrations between Vader and Undertaker, their partnership can grow or weaken with the result of this one-on-one match. If Vader can get the win, Undertaker joins them for a celebration to cement their partnership going forward. If Vader loses, Undertaker enters the ring to argue, only to push their partner over the edge and hurt their odds of working together. Ooh, fun. Okay, so this isn't really about Dusty. This is about Undertaker and Vader. So here we go. I think this is the first actual like rivalry match we've watched. I tend to avoid those just because half the time they end in like non-finishes and shit. But yes, we are back to the World All-Star Theatre. And yeah, they have the funky helmet intro for Vader, but it's not as default. I don't know why it wouldn't be. Like, this is fucking cool helmet entrance. With pyro. It's also hilarious if you do an entrance run in, the helmet's just like floating in space and then it like takes off. Undertaker looks very happy. Yeah, with the steam. I feel like the steam should be coming out when he's pointing at it, but that's just me. I fucking love Vader. Again, through like the multiple in-game years that I've simmed this, he never really seems to build a good head of steam of momentum. He sort of picks up a few wins and then he disappears. But he is in a rivalry now, so maybe that'll help. Like, I don't think he's ever picked up the world title. Or even got a whiff of it. Which is unfortunate. Yeah, just a big grin on the face of The Undertaker. And here comes Dusty Rhodes, Daddy. That was terrible. I'll need to work on that before I get to 100 followers for Hard Times. In his funky little hat and robe. Good song. Something that's a Jimmy Hart job. I'm pretty sure that was just his 80s WWF theme, even though this is clearly a 70s Dusty. Just thinking, there's like older versions of Cody in this game. I could put him into the Action Zone roster. I thought of that. I think it would have to be Undashing. I feel like Stardust is just a tad too recent. And here we go. Dusty Rhodes versus Vader. Beefy match. Waistlock. Oh, Vader looking to put this away quickly. Wanting to solidify his partnership with Undertaker, obviously, with a win. Ooh, just clubbing blows. As you would expect from the man called Vader. And a big sit. Vader off the ropes. Big headbutt. Just hoisting Dusty to his feet and chucking him across the ring. Vader feeling it here. And gets him up on the shoulders. And sort of a snake eyes variation there. And just putting the boots to him in the corner. I think he's choking him with the boot. Can't see past the ref. Brings Dusty back to his feet. Sends him into the far corner. Puts him up on the top rope. The fuck is Vader going for here? On the second rope. Oh my god, big Samoan drop. Jesus Christ, just flattening him. And yeah, Vader definitely in control of the match here. Big backdrop suplex. Follows Dusty out. And just slamming that knee into the mats. And Vader going up. Ooh, fucking just elbow into the floor. And that could be the opening Dusty Rhodes needs. Just hammering away at the knee of Vader. Vader's head perilously close to those deadly wooden steps, which he gets sent past. Count of 5. And Dusty, big set of his own. As Undertaker looms ominously in the background. Vader sent back in. Dusty follows. Taker gonna remove a turnbuckle pad. And Dusty looking for some punches. I've never seen anybody get all the way to 10 in this game. I've rarely seen them get past 2. Ooh, big suplex from Vader. Ref noticing the turnbuckle as Vader goes for a big power slam and a cover. And actually Taker's interference is slightly backfired there. I don't think he would have got the 3, but we'll never know because the ref was busy. Drops the elbow. And just gonna stomp on the hand of Dusty Rhodes. It's America's hand. Vader. Just gonna stare at Dusty for a second. Oh, are we looking for that big powerbomb? Yes! Big sink one shoulder, or whatever you would call it. Variant. Needs to get away from the ropes, which he does. Center of the ring. Cover, but that might have taken too much time. And Dusty kicks out at 2. Ooh. But he needed to, because Dusty was close to the ropes. Big body block. From the man they call Vader. Vader. Off the ropes. Big fucking neck snap. Incredible agility from Vader. Jesus, woman. And just gonna... Oh, no. Dusty escapes. Big DDT. Nope. Jawbreaker from Vader. And another big backdrop suplex. And yeah, like, Dusty's gotten like moments of offense, but for the most part this has been all Vader. Big splash misses though. And it's only really been when Vader makes a mistake like that that Dusty's managed to get into it. Maybe that's the opening he needs. Oh, misses the axe on the low. Dusty sends Vader into the corner. Luckily the ref had already replaced the turnbuckle pad. Also, I think I saw a Singapore cane on the outside. I don't know what Undertaker's planning. Vader kicking the leg. Taker just coming up to get a better look at that. And headbutt. And just tossing Dusty around. Dusty though, Dragon Whip. Or no, Dragon Screw Leg Whip, sorry. Oh, here's the big elbow drop. Not on the padded elbow. Which I guess would make more sense. You would do more damage with the pad, wouldn't you? Does not go for the cover though. Nor does he go for the bionic elbow. There, gets an elbow up. Misses the back fist. And here's the bionic elbows. Is that enough? Dusty thought about it for a second there, but then went for the cover. 2. Ooh! Vader kicks out. Again, friendship at stake here. Oh, I think he was looking for a chokeslam there. Dusty DDT. And just, ooh, chomping on the fingers of Vader. Nasty stuff from Dusty. Dusty maybe going to look for a... Oh, bit of confusion there with the ref. I think he was going to try and do the same runny neck snap thing that Big Van Vader had done earlier. Headlock. Oh, and a quick jab. Taker, I believe, is on the apron again. Not taking down the turnbuckle pad, though. Dusty going up top. Waiting for Vader to get to his feet. May also be thinking crossbody here. Nope. Big fucking elbowish thing from the top. Flips him over. And camel clutch. If Vader could just stick an arm out, he'd be under the ropes. Doesn't matter, he's escaped. And just gonna go for a fucking jackknife pin. I think that's the jackknife pin. Does not get the 3 though. And looking for the big Vader splash. Doesn't go for the pin though. Vader looking for that big single shoulder powerbomb again. Gets him up. And drops him down. Is the second time the charm. And 3. And Vader saves his friendship with The Undertaker. The most important prize in this business. Look how happy The Undertaker is. I think last time I mentioned how god-awful this Taker looks, but he doesn't look too bad when he's got the hat and the coat on. It's more the hat that does the protecting of it. 3.5 star match. Hell of an opener. So, what else happens on this show? British Bulldog versus Jesse the Body Ventura. The Governor wins. And the... Ooh! Blaze, Nakano and McIntyre beat the Crush Gals and Dump Matsumoto. The absolutely insane, I'm sure, promo segment between... I guess Sid won the promo. I don't know what the... I think I could have went through to see what sort of was agreed upon there, but it's fine. Richter and Vachon beat Kai and Maxine. And in our main event Battle Royale, Ultimate Warrior gets the win. And you would assume, having won a match featuring both the Intercontinental and World Heavyweight Champion, that would put Ultimate Warrior a bit closer to a title shot, but we'll see. And in the news, June week 1. Excuse me. A strong win by Vader was celebrated with Undertaker, despite the superstars also being rivals. The competitive sportsmanship just goes to show how far these two want to climb the proverbial ladder as they cheer each other on to face the best versions of themselves in their future big match. Sid Justice's time addressing the crowd was cut short when Roddy Piper confronted him in the ring and issued a challenge to a future match. Without any shame or humiliation, Sid Justice turned him down on the spot to the disappointment of the crowd and his challenger. The... hold on. All-Star Wrestling. The WASW universe is bound to be cheering for his downfall after this display. Damn. On to Action Zone. So, hardcore match to open, John Cena versus Wade Barrett. Triple threat match, AJ Styles versus Six versus Balls Mahoney. A Stacey Keebler promo. Table match, Kelly versus Nikki Bella. Jimmy Uso versus Devon Dudley. And in our main event, The Rock, the Action Zone Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion, versus Sting. I think we're going to check out the table match. I think that sounds fun. So, Cena versus Barrett. Ooh, Cena wins. Lol. AJ Styles versus Six versus Balls Mahoney. Balls gets the win. Stacey Keebler promo. I mean, Stacey wins because it's her promo. But I guess she is in a rivalry with China? Or it's a tag team rivalry? China and Stacy against Tamina and Trish? I'm not sure. And here we go. Kelly Kelly versus Nikki Bella in a tables match. Why the hell not? Sounds like a laugh. And there's the tables. Does Kelly Kelly not have an entrance there? It appears she doesn't. That's fine. Having entrance music is overrated. That conversation didn't have a beginning. That started with Byron saying, "What are you talking about?" And there was no entrance music, so we definitely heard it. That was weird. Okay, I'll have to remember to give Kelly Kelly an entrance theme. This is weird. You never know, we might end up just watching nothing but Kelly Kelly matches. Who's to say? Unless something else is wigged out, like the announcer. Nope, okay. Oh, they updated it. Okay. Thought they had, wasn't sure. So this isn't really a retro Nikki anymore, but it's fine. Yeah, she's more like a shorter hair than this model originally. Because I think it was just whatever the last game Nikki Bella was in, it was just that model. Same as Goldberg. But after much pressure from her fans and Nikki herself, I believe, they have updated the model. But it's fine. It serves the purpose here. Here we go, Kelly Kelly versus Nikki Bella. I'm trying to think, there wouldn't have been much of a crossover in their active careers. I don't think. So I doubt this ever actually happened. They've probably maybe both been in a Royal Rumble since. I may have been on sort of full-time roster just long enough to have maybe been in one of those many multi-diva battle royals they used to do. But I don't imagine they ever had a singles match. Could be wrong. Ooh, whipping her by the hair. Also, I have no idea what an all AI table match is like in this game. I think you can win these off pretty much any move that connects with a table. So that's good. Potentially. It's just how long is it going to take the game? Okay, well Kelly might be going for the table already, so that's something. Ooh, just caught Nikki's hand there with it. Okay, so the table is in the ring. The next question is, how long is it going to take for them to set it up? And then after that, how long it's going to take for them to use it? Oh, monkey flip. Like, yeah, had a table been set up there, that could have potentially ended the match. Which I do prefer. I prefer that to you have to do a specific move. I like the randomness of it. You know, especially with the slightly wonky physics and the moves that can change direction mid-move and stuff. Kelly, facing the corner, does nothing with it. Goes for the low drop kick and gets it. So what would Kelly Kelly's finisher be? Ooh, big forearm. Like, because the only big Kelly Kelly moves I remember her doing are the handspring back elbow into the corner that seemed to just be a stock move they taught all the women at the time. And the head scissors with like the big spinning before it. And I don't know that either of those would be a finisher. Also, someone is bleeding. Who got busted open there? I think it was Kelly. Nikki with the table. Ooh, just fucking throwing it at Kelly's face. Now set it up. Good. Okay, Bella Buster. Good. Oh, Kelly catches the kick. Slams her down. Big slap. Holy crap. Sends her off. I think that was that a forearm? Kelly goes up. Nope, she goes out. Are you getting another table? I mean, more tables, more chances. Nope, she's getting a chair. And she does nothing with it. I think Nikki was trying to bring her to the table there, though, so that's something. Kelly, dropkick. And that very excited man is in the crowd again. Kelly, nope. And the very excited woman. Just not quite as excited as that man. Oh. And everyone's favourite part of the table match. The person tries to drag their opponent towards the table only to get countered. Oh, here it is! The handspring back elbows. I think there's like a double too. So, sends her into the corner. Leaves the ring. Okay. Drags her. Long way round to the table, but she gets her. Oh my god, Kelly! Kelly wins with the Hurricane Rana! Hell yeah! That was not as long and arduous as I thought it was going to be. Kelly busted the fuck open though. Like, holy shit. But good for her. 2-star match. Alright, Jimmy Uso versus Devon Dudley. And Jimmy Uso gets the win. And main event, World Champion The Rock versus Sting. Sting gets the win. Perhaps cementing his status as #1 contender. And the only thing of note in the news is that The Undertaker has been cleared by medical staff to compete once again. The superstar is ready to make an impact on the scene as he makes his return to the ring. Oh, he got busted the fuck open. Like, really, him and Triple H, I think, had like a really violent match. I think I recall getting the injury notification. I could probably go back and check that. Alright, week 2. So Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff versus the Ultimate Warrior. Perhaps Mr. Wonderful was the last man eliminated in the Battle Royal. Who knows? Sting versus Jesse the Body Ventura. Goldust versus the Great Kabuki. Sid Justice versus Roddy Piper. Vader versus Vern Gagne. And Wendy Richter versus Alundra Blaze. Do we want to keep following the Vader saga? Or do we want to see what's happening with Sid and Piper? I think it's going to be one of these. Well, that's going to be the match, assuming it makes it to the pay-per-view, that's going to be on the pay-per-view. Do we want to watch another Vader match? Kinda do. Also, it's Vern Gagne. How often are you going to see Vern Gagne? Fuck it, we're watching the Vader match. So, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff versus the Ultimate Warrior. Warrior wins. Jesse the Body versus Sting. Jesse the Body wins. I think he's on a wee bit of a streak. Intercontinental Champion versus Goldust versus the Great Kabuki. And Kabuki wins. So Piper versus Sid. Sid gets the win. Vern Gagne versus Big Van Vader. So the arena lights suddenly cut out after Vader finishes their match. Oh, perfect! Because you can just get that cutscene randomly, even if the person doesn't make sense to be doing lights out and chokeslam spots. So it'll be worth it just to see that. So here we go. Vader versus Vern Gagne. Doubtful that that ever happened. I think, did Vader start in the AWA? Like before he was Vader? I think he might have. Maybe not. Not sure where he sort of was wrestling before Germany, because he's in Germany when Inoki sort of gets wind of him to give him the Vader gimmick. I'm pretty sure. I don't think he spent that long in the US before Germany, actually. Interesting. I forget what name he was, because I think he gets Bull Power when he goes to Germany. I'm pretty sure. I think Otto Vance gives him that. Unless he was Baby Bull in the US before that. Or saying becomes Bull Power when he goes to Germany. I'm not sure. I think he wrestled. What makes me think he was in the AWA is I think he has a match against Stan Hansen as Baby Bull. And I know Stan Hansen, well, he was everywhere, but I'm pretty sure he was in the AWA for a bit because he was AWA champion. And it might have even been a title match, I'm not sure. Unless it was in Germany and it was Bull Power versus Stan Hansen. Not sure. I'm not super up on my early Vader lore. Also, just, I find it delightful that someone took the time to make Vern Gagne and upload him to Community Creations. That charms me. And here he is. I'm less bothered that Vern Gagne doesn't have an entrance theme, because it's Vern Gagne. Why would Vern Gagne have entrance music? He's Vern Gagne. He's old. With his lovely Vern jacket. Yeah, maybe not a great Vern Gagne, but it's a Vern Gagne. What can you do? And here we go. Vern Gagne versus Vader. Oh fuck. Straight in with the STO. So I think regardless of how this match goes, we get the lights out Undertaker spot. Big set. But you would like to think after the big win over Dusty Rhodes last week, Vader would be able to get past Vern Gagne. Also raises questions about the nature of this story, because last week, like the cutscene we're getting here would have made more sense had Vader lost. Unless, of course, Taker was just pretending to be Vader's friend. To, I don't know, mess with his head, I guess. Unclear. Vader goes behind, waistlock. Just wiggles him about. So this is week, yeah, this is week 2. And they're still in the waistlock. Vern goes behind himself into a waistlock. And Vader snapmare into the chin lock. Deadliest of moves. Vern though. Nope. Vader transitions it into the arm bar, I guess. And once again, putting a bit of extra pressure on him there. Ooh, Vern able to fight his way free. And they lock up once more. And Vader just shoves him away. They lock up again. And Vern this time gets the wrist lock. And ooh, just wrenching it. Yeah, Vern in control here. Fairly back and forth so far. Oh, nice arm drag from Vern. Big body block from Vader though. Like, I think Vader's gotten off the more effective offense. But that's largely just by virtue of being Vader. And like most of his moves being shit like this. Donk. Like, do you think anyone ever did that to Vern Gagne? Do you think Vern's face ever came into contact with a turnbuckle? Pat? Probably not. Vader. And going to maybe bring him into the corner, maybe looking for that Vader bomb. Oh, Vern gets an elbow up. Vern Schoolboy, I think. Only gets a 2 though. Big STO again. Holy shit. Look at Vern. Calling for the big man to get to his feet. And Vern sends Vader into the ropes. Drops down. Ooh, big punch to the gut. Sends him into the corner. Vader blocks the punch. And another big body block. And drops the elbow. Ooh, Vern gets a foot up though. Big Vern elbow drop. Once again, calling Vader to get up. And oh, another big Vader body block. And Vader's feeling it here. Oh, I think we're getting into a strike exchange. Chop from Vern. Big slap from Vader. Big slap from Vern. Big slap from Vader. Big slap blocked. Big chop from Vader. Big chop from Vern. Oh, blocks the slap. Blocks the punch. Just inviting Vern to take another shot. Big chop. Blocks the slap. Back fist from Vader. I fucking love that back fist. Does Vader think that's it? Oh no, he's going for the face buster. Oof. No, I thought he was going up there. I thought he was maybe looking for the moonsault. But rolls him over for the cover. And Vader gets the win. Like, I think it would be nice to not get a preview of what happens after the match when you go into rivalry matches, because this would have been a cool little surprise. Oh my god! It's the shitty looking Undertaker. Big choke slam! Yeah, like, this can just trigger with anyone. It's hilarious. 2.5 stars. Vader beats Vern. But Undertaker stands tall. Wendy Richter versus Lunder Blaze to main event. Lunder Blaze gets the win. The champion, indeed. Phone last night. Mother said she was gone for the night. Alright, opening contest on Action Zone Wrestling. Fatal 4-way. World Champion The Rock versus Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Mark Henry versus Shawn Michaels. One-on-one match in the women's division. Molly Holly versus Lita. Tamina versus Chyna. The Usos versus the Dudley Boys. Maurice versus Nikki Bella. And AJ Styles versus John Cena. I think it's going to be the main event here. Hard out Rick Springfield. She's my girl and she always will. Anyway, yeah, so opening contest, fatal 4-way, and Steve Austin gets the win. Molly Holly versus Lita. Lita picks up the win there. Tamina versus Chyna. Chyna wins. I didn't read the news on World All-Star, so I'll do that at the start of the next week's. Okay, Chyna get the win there. The Usos beat the Dudleys. Nikki Bella beats Maurice. Main event time, AJ Styles versus John Cena. Learn how to move. With his TNA thing, which is a nice touch. And sure, it just looks like if you shaved 2025 AJ and gave him a haircut, but close enough. But why you wouldn't give him, like, animate the hood coming off if he's going to do that in the motion? Like, come on. But again, it's just cool that there's a fucking, like, a version of AJ Styles that never appeared in WWE in the WWE game. You know, it's cool in the same way that having Abyss is cool. Or New Jack. But I mean, at least with New Jack, he was in ECW, which WWE now owns, and owns the footage of, whereas, like, AJ, never. Abyss, although there was an Abyss match on the WWE Vault YouTube channel, but I forget what process led to that, because it was in Puerto Rico. So whether they had just licensed that footage to put up as a primer on Abyss, I'm not sure. But I'm pretty sure Abyss just owns the Abyss character. Not sure. Really would have had to get TNA's permission to use his theme, I guess. I haven't seen Abyss yet. I don't even think he's been on any of the match cards, because I feel like if he had been, that's probably the match I would have watched in the week. But here we go. There are also, like, earlier versions of Cena in my faction that I wouldn't mind getting. There is also, I think, in the Cena Special Edition, there is just like a 2003 version, but I'm not buying that. Just to get a younger version of John Cena. So 2007 Cena will do for now. But I wouldn't have minded having a version that came out to basic ergonomics. I like this t-shirt actually. The Chain Gang Assault Battalion. If they ever put up like a young Batista, like an early Batista in my faction, I might go for it just because I don't quite like having the bald, heavily tattooed Batista on this roster, but I do because it's the only version I have. Because unfortunately Leviathan didn't carry over from... Was that last year or the year before? What year was had the DLC pack that had Leviathan prototype and... That might have been 2K23 actually. Can't remember. Anyway, AJ starting off hot. Misses the moonsault though. Big clothesline from Cena. And, oh. Head toss from AJ. And drops the knee onto the back. Okay. Big moonsault to nothing. Big Cena dropkick. So this is week 2 or 3? I think it's week 2. Ooh. Big spine buster, and AJ kind of head clipped the apron on the way down there as well. Christ. Big kick from AJ. Cena catches the second one. Big enziguri though. Up to a count of 4. Oh, AJ's been watching his Vader tapes. And AJ's back in the ring. Cena getting to his feet. And both men back in. No count out today. AJ rolls him up. Only one. Cena rolls him through. And doesn't even get one. This has been competitive. AJ sends Cena into the corner. Puts him in the tree of woe. And just kicks him. And kicks him. And kicks him. Out to the outside. Are we looking for the forearm? Nope. Was looking for Hurricane Rana. Gets caught in a big Cena set out powerbomb. Good lord. AJ rolls out. Cena saluting the crowd. And 5 moves. Shoulder tackle. Shoulder tackle. AJ goes to the line, ducks the line. Spin out powerbomb thing. Ooh. Is he going to go for the 5 knuckle shuffle? We got the 3 part. Oh, AJ gets to his feet. We did not get the full 5 moves. Shoots him off. Leapfrog. Drop down. It's supposed to be drop down leapfrog. Big AJ Styles drop kick. Ooh. It's like a Superman forearm. AJ. Area crash. Cover. Like, I know they had some good matches when they did happen, but like, yeah, like mid-2000s? Holy shit. Oh yeah, this is in his moveset for some reason. Like, I'm guessing he actually did that, but it's just weird that it's like specifically the Ilya Dragunov with the taunts out of the corner version. Hmm. Though I do like that they added that you can do those out of the corner moves just as regular moves. Like, you don't have to use them as a sig or a finisher anymore. Like, the more positions you can just do moves from, the better. Ooh, drops your foot first onto the top of the rope. Now looking for the 5 knuckle shuffle. Boom. Gets it. And once again, doesn't go for the... I'm going to call it the FU because this version of Cena... Yeah, like 2007, it's still the FU. It only became attitude adjustment after the move to PG in like 08, 09. And speaking of... Hoists him up. FU. AJ's foot under the rope. Cena going up top. Big elbow drop. Looks like that comes down right across their face. AJ up to his feet with the assist of the corner. Another one of those big forearms. Cena rolls. AJ misses the clothesline. Hip toss. Is the hip toss enough? Only a one. Oh, blocks the kick. Big Cena crossbody. AJ back up. Sneaky little arm drag. Shoots him off. And oh, fucking pop up. Styles Clash. Is that enough? Ooh, still only a 2. Big kick. Oh, we're into the strike exchange. Chop. Chop. They're chopping each other on the arm. Actually, that would fucking suck after a while. It just chops to the arm. Christ. Oh. Damn. And Pele kick. AJ. Going up top. Waiting for Cena to get to his feet. I don't know what he's going for here. Oh, crossbody. Okay, he wasn't going for a sig. I forget what his sigs are. Ah, it doesn't matter because he's going for his pop-up Styles Clash. Is 2 pop-up Styles Clashes enough to beat John Cena? Sure is. It's a hell of a match. And Cena immediately just getting to his feet. You love to see it. But hell yeah, big win for AJ. Immediately making his presence known on the Action Zone Wrestling roster. Didn't win his debut match, but that was like a triple threat, so it's fine. Him and Six lost to Balls Mahoney. But in his first one-on-one singles match, great 3.5-star match against John Cena. Announcing himself as a future challenger for the United States title. Alright, on to week 3. We have Hulk Hogan versus Terry Funk. The Crush Gals versus Alundra Blaze and Bull Nakano. Goldust versus Shawn Michaels. Roddy Piper versus Big Daddy. Mr. Wonderful versus High Chief Peter Maivia. And Undertaker versus Vader. Oh, I need to check the news for last week. So Sid Justice lured his opponent into a cheap shot with a fake offer to shake hands, catching him with one of the oldest tricks in wrestling. Roddy Piper will have to keep his wits about him while his opponent tries to manipulate him. And Undertaker appeared under the cover of darkness on a foreboding gong. It's not a fucking gong! It's a bell. It tolls for thee. It's never been a fucking gong. Anyway, delivering a brutal chokeslam to... Also, the bell didn't toll. The lights just went out. As the lights came back on, no superstar can match the awe and fear that Undertaker strikes into his rivals. See, that makes it sound like it would be an Undertaker-specific cutscene, but I'm pretty sure I've had it happen with Billy Gunn. But that's what happened last week. So, Taker versus Funk. Yep. Oh yeah, we did go through the entire card. So I think we're going to do Roddy Piper versus Big Daddy. I think we're going to check in on the Sid Piper rivalry this week. So, opening contest, Terry Funk versus Hulk Hogan. Come on, Terry. Yes, Terry Funk gets the win. Crush Gals versus Alundra Blaze and Bull Nakano. Crush Gals get the win. Goldust IC Champion versus Shawn Michaels. Shawn gets the win. Here we go. Roddy Piper versus Big Daddy. During the match... Okay, so this is a fairly simple one. Piper goes to leave, Sid throws him back in. It would be nice to not know going in what's happening. Don't know if there's a way to turn that off. Don't think there is. Again, was somewhat surprised that somebody had went to the time and effort of making a fairly decent Big Daddy in WWE 2K25. I appreciate it. Also like this Roddy Piper t-shirt. I think it was in last year's game. The WWE logo at the back was still the old... It was the WWF logo. Can't really see it past his hair, but I think that was last year's game. I think this year they've updated it and it is the WWE logo now. Can't really see. Not a great likeness. Like, you know it's Roddy Piper, but... And yeah, it's the WWE logo. Just, it's not quite right. I know that's sort of the case with the ones, a lot of the ones that they can't do a face scan of, but... And I think if all of the roster was done just not off of like the face scans, it probably wouldn't be as noticeable, but because you do have people that are face scanned, the non-scanned ones sort of stick out a bit more. And then I sometimes find the face scanned ones are a bit lifeless looking. But here's Big Daddy in his finest sparkly hat and robe. Rare to see him not in a tag match with a younger guy doing all the work. Though you'd imagine this will not go long in that regard. Not known for his marathon matches, Big Daddy. There he is. Big Shirley. Of the crab trees. He'll have to do it on his own here. No, no Brother Max in the booking office. In World All-Star Wrestling. I don't imagine Big Daddy ever went to the States to wrestle, or anywhere outside the UK. Maybe earlier in his career, before he was Big Daddy. I don't think so. Well, here we go. Big Shirley. Boom. And toss. Big Daddy headbutt. Big Daddy headbutt. Yeah, a lot of the Vader playbook here. It's like we're watching a Vader match when you look at Big Daddy. Ooh, elbow drop. That was awesome, lady in the crowd. Have we mic'd up the crowd? They're louder than the commentators. Oh. Ooh, he's pissed him off. You don't want to piss off Big Daddy. Oh. No. Oh my Christ! Big Daddy, big uppercut. Just walking over Roddy Piper. I can see why at some point Roddy Piper's apparently going to try and walk out of this match. Big Daddy belly to belly. And again, just stomping across him. Did that kick land? But yeah, so far all of Piper's offense has done nothing but piss Daddy off. And Daddy's just looking to end it here. Oh my god. Ooh. Oh. And the big knee brings him down. Daddy shoves him off of the power of his big legs. Daddy. Ooh, misses the headbutt. Ooh, right into a Piper knee. And an elbow. Piper. Oh no. Daddy sends Piper back in. Now's not the time to look at the crowd. Big Daddy Piper. Nope. Oh, here we go. Yeah, look at Big Daddy go. Piper has had enough of Big Daddy. Says to hell with this. But here comes Sid. Why is this not a DQ? I don't know. Because it wasn't even just... He didn't just throw him in. He definitely punched him. Oh. Daddy. 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 Here we go. He's warming up. He's charging it up. Boom. Big avalanche from the Big Daddy. Into the cover. Ooh, only gets the 2. Big Daddy. Oh, was going for the big splash, but Piper got the knees up. That's how you turn it around. So true. Individual man in the crowd that we hear clear as day. Piper. Bulldog. Cover. 1. Ooh, only a 2 on the large father. And Piper looking for the sleeper. And cleverly putting himself between Big Daddy and the ropes. But Big Daddy able to escape with the jawbreaker. And... ooh, Wet Willie. Turns him round. Big Daddy, big sit. Turns him round. Slams his hand into the mat. Misses the stomp. Piper, big clothesline. And Piper going up. Taken to the skies. With a big knee. And a stomp. Oh, Daddy gets the foot up. Big club and blow. Daddy hoists him up. Drops him down. Goes for the cover. Is that enough? And it is. Big Daddy wins. With, you know, a bit of an asterisk, a bit of an assist from Big Sid. But that's what Roddy Piper gets for trying to back out of the match. He shall not be moved. Big win for Big Shirley. Calling for someone else to get in the ring? What's he doing? It's a really good Big Daddy. Anyway, Mr. Wonderful versus High Chief Peter Maivia. Peter Maivia gets the win. Main event time, Vader versus The Undertaker. Ooh, Vader gets the win. So let's see what happened in the news. Week 3. Roddy Piper looked fed up with his match as he tried walking out on his opponent, showing no interest in actually competing unless it was with his enemy. Sid Justice ran down to the ringside and intercepted him, tossing him back into the ring in an embarrassing display to the crowd's approval. Vader punctuated his win by slamming Undertaker through a table. With a result this decisive early in their rivalry, many question if his opponent will have what it takes to fight back. Damn. Had I known there was a table spot at play, I might have watched that instead. Anyway, on to Action Zone Wrestling for week 3. Once again, Fatal 4-Way. The Rock versus Rob Van Dam versus Steve Austin versus Sting. Is this some weird eliminator thing where if you win, you get to move on to the next Fatal 4-Way? Tag team action. The Outsiders versus the Motor City Machine Guns. Trish Stratus versus Chyna. The Dudleys versus Big Show and Mortis. Ooh, hardcore match. Syxx versus AJ Styles. And main event, Taz versus Jeff Jarrett. I kind of want to watch the Syxx AJ hardcore match. So that's what we're going to do. So, Steve Austin once again wins the Fatal 4-Way. The Motor City Machine Guns beat the Outsiders. Chyna beats Trish. Dudley's beat Big Show and Mortis. And here we go. Like, again, this would have been a fucking hell of a match. Like this time. Like at a time where they were both... Like X-Pac was still like fairly active, like in like 03-ish. think. I think he was in Wrestling Society X. It wouldn't have been 6, but... But the hardcore stipulation may play to his advantage, because I think 6 has the run-in payback. And possibly also the low blow. Whereas I don't... No, well, AJ doesn't have the run-in payback, even if he does have friends. Surprisingly, the NWO haven't really ran away with this universe mode. Like, are the Outsiders the tag champions? I don't think they are. In fact, I think it's the Machine Guns. And yeah, like, we've hardly seen Hollywood Hogan, which is maybe a good thing. I've hardly seen Hulk Hogan on All-Star either, weirdly. Actually, a bunch of really cool people we haven't seen. We haven't seen Abyss, we haven't seen Scott Steiner of the Big Popper Pump variety. I haven't seen the Great Muta on World All-Star. I haven't seen the Great Khali. What else is cool that we haven't seen? I haven't seen Junkyard Dog. I haven't seen Tito. I can't think of at the moment. We haven't watched a Jesse Ventura match, but we have seen Jesse Ventura. There's probably some career wrestlers I'm forgetting about that are on the rosters. Yeah, so we'll watch this, then we'll watch next week's 2 matches, and then I think that's where we'll call it. And then that'll be the pattern, is we'll start with a pay-per-view, we'll then watch the build to the next. Oh, actually, that's going to be interesting, because then... Oh, I know. What we'll do for that is, when we get to the big April pay-per-view, we will just watch both whole pay-per-views. That might work. Yeah. Because obviously there'll be no weeks build after that, so... Yeah, that's how we'll square that up. So what I should have done was last week watch these pay-per-views, or watch the pay-per-views, and had that be the schedule. Do the 4 weeks, then the pay-per-views. Which would make a bit more sense, but what can you do? I suppose at some point I could try and address that, and we do one that has starts and ends on a pay-per-view, so then we're watching build pay-per-view. Not tonight, though. Nice AJ arm drag. Big chops. And big X-Pac neckbreaker. Goes up for the Moon Boy. Oh, gets him across the back. Misses the knee. Big clothesline. X-Pac out, and he's going to introduce the first weapon, and it's the barbed wire bat. Doesn't get to use it though. Butterfly. Oh, AJ rolls through. Oh, scraping his back on that barbed wire. I feel like the barbed wire bat makes noises. Oh, Moon Boy. Kinda got it. That's like the moonsault he did to beat Razor. That was like just standing, if I'm not mistaken. Get to the back. 6 gets the bat. Oh, AJ sends it flying out of his hands. So we haven't really properly seen it used yet. People have fallen on it. 6. Chucked it. And a big roundhouse. There we go. There we go. And he uses it once. And then goes for the cover. I'm hoping at some point we get New Jack in a hardcore match. Just because he has all the extra fun weapons in his little shopping cart. No, trash can. He has a trash can of weapons. Again, we haven't seen New Jack. Oh. AJ. Are we just going for a stroll? Yep, just going for a stroll. Oh. Okay. And sends 6 up and over. And this is false count anywhere. Middle lock. Did 6? No, 6 didn't tap. He's fighting out of it. Okay. Wasn't sure what was going on there for a second. Big back suplex. Misses the leg drop. Brother. Oh. X-Pac ducks something. Kicks to the legs. Oh, was maybe looking for the X-Factor there. What did he call that when he was 6? Maybe he didn't do it yet. Like the Bella Buster, effectively. I suppose at that point he was doing the Buzz Killer, the chicken wing. Well, there's a table in the ring, crowd. Will we see it used? Who's to say? Because for now they're just doing silly bollocks around the apron. For some reason. Ooh. Oh. And big bump off the drop kick. 6. Gonna set up the table. And he does. Alright, so our chances of actually getting a table spot have just drastic gone up. He is now setting up a ladder bridge. Yep. That doesn't quite connect with the announce table, even though all the announce tables have the same design, so you'd think they would be better at making them connect. The crowd, individual people shouts are a bit much. Like, I feel like you don't hear individual people in the crowds that often. Even in like a smaller venue like this. Ooh, into the steps. Cover. So let's say, are we going to see this match end without using either the table that's set up or the ladder bridge? Oh, X-Pac, or 6 big flippy clothesline. Time to get another weapon. And it's the trash can, which he puts down. X-Pac, or 6, just introducing weapons to not use. And dies onto nothing. Like, we've seen the bat used. Ooh. Big punch. Chop. Slap. Slap. Chop. Slap. Chop. Blocked. Punch. Slap. 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 Blocked. Punch. Invites him to take a shot. Chop. 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 Invites him to take another free shot. So does... Oh, we're into the Takayama fry spot. Which 6 gets the advantage in. Into the corner. Now set him up on the top. Son of a bitch. Well, they went on the table. Didn't break it. Oh. 6 caught. Styles clash. 1, 2, 3. AJ Styles gets the win over 6 in a hardcore match that didn't really do much with the stipulation. Like, they introduced a lot of weapons but didn't really use any of them besides the bat. Crazy. But there we go. That's the match. I can't imagine this one getting a high rating. But we'll see. 3.5 stars. Here's what I know. Main event time, Taz versus Jeff Jarrett. Taz gets the win. Taz tends to win. For some reason. Oh, no, before we move on, news. This is the only bit of news. In another disturbing display of aggression from Jay and Jimmy Uso, the two superstars openly assaulted their rivals, the Dudleys. The level of contempt from this team has leaves some people questioning if they're even concerned about winning their matches against their opponents or if they just want to hurt them. Has leaves. has leaves. This is a professional product. Week 4. So Sid versus Piper. Sabu versus Shawn Michaels. Lioness Asuka versus Alundra Blaze. The Ultimate Warrior versus the Great Muta. Razor Ramon versus Bam Bam Bigelow. And in your main event, The Undertaker versus Vader. I think we're going to do the Great Muta versus the Ultimate Warrior. So open contest, Sid versus Piper. Sid gets the win again. I feel like Sid has kind of run away with the rivalry. Sabu versus Shawn Michaels. Sabu gets the win. And Lioness Asuka gets a win over the women's champion. Alright, here we go. Great Muta versus the Ultimate Warrior. I think this is the first time we're seeing either of these two in a match that we're watching. Warrior, of course, won that Battle Royal a week or two ago, but I don't think we've watched a Warrior match. Maybe we have. And we definitely haven't watched a Muta match. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't remember. I think we did watch a Warrior match. Actually, I think the first match we watched was a Warrior match. I need to go back and check, and I never do that. I might change him to the WrestleMania 6 attire. So it used to be in Universe Mode, you could set them to randomly cycle through their attires. Which I always did, just because it spruced things up a bit. But they don't give you that option anymore. You have to pick one. Because then for like the likes of Warrior, you just download like a shit ton off of community creations and just cycle through them all. It's great. And here comes the Great Muta, who I think might have been a world champion at some point. Can't remember. But anyway, here we go. He's got Pac-Man on his little face mask. Waka waka. Yeah, like we got through like the pay-per-view matches, and we're basically done with week 4 here. In about not far off the amount of time we got through just the 4 weeks on the first stream. Actually, how long was that video? That video was... Okay, well it was like 2 hours 4, so like we're 10 minutes over. Still. Go behind. And, Warrior into the headlock. And you'd imagine in sort of this grappling exchange, Muta would be at the advantage here. Being the Warrior not really known for his mat wrestling, shall we say. But he's in control here with this headlock. Maybe a side headlock, standing. And just wrenching on it. Well, I suppose that just comes down to how long some of the matches go and stuff. Oh, and just tosses him out of the headlock. And a big chop after it. And big front slam. Like, that's what you know the Warrior for. Just the big, heavy, hard-hitting offense. And brings Muta to the rope. And big back suplex. I thought he was going for a cover there. Nope, he's going for the deadly shoulder claw. But Muta too close to the ropes. Oh, Jesus. He's teeing off on him. Warrior going up to the middle rope. Waiting for Muta to get to his feet. Big shoulder tackle. Warrior ever go up top, do you think? Don't imagine he did. Dangerous enough on the ground. Ooh, big kick. Muta going out. And that face paint has already mostly come off. And oh, misses the springboard chop. Whereas Warrior doesn't seem to have the dissolving face paint tech applied. Interestingly. Oh, cover off this power slam. Only gets 2. I think it went away for a bit, the face paint wearing off tech, and then they brought it back, I think in this game, or maybe 24. So unless Warriors, because he's like a model that was introduced when they didn't have the face paint do that, I don't know. Oh, counters the gorilla press into a pin. Warrior reverses it into a pin of his own, gets it too. So maybe that's why his face paint doesn't dissolve? I'm not sure. Dragon Whip. Dragon Screw Leg Whip. Dragon Whip is a different move. It's Shelton Benjamin's move where he goes for like a kick, they catch his foot, and then he whips the other leg around. Kind of an Inzagiri type thing, but no. Wrist lock. Warrior fighting his way out. And smashes Moo's face into his knee. In the corner. Well, we see a dingo bomber. Wrist lock from Warrior. Muta now the one to fight out. Muta. Neckbreaker of the whiplash variety. And going up, maybe looking for the Muta moonsault. He is. Oh, he gets it too. At a weird fucking angle. Doesn't cover though. Now he does. Maybe hurt himself on the landing on those chiseled abs of the Ultimate Warrior. But only gets 2 count. And snaps the leg. That classic 1980s, 70s, 90s chant of fight forever, of course. We're going to look for that springboard chop. And doesn't get it the second time. Warrior sends him into the ropes. Leapfrog, drop down. And nope. Muta shoves him away. DDT, nope. Big back body drop from Warrior. And kick to the leg. Stomp to the leg. Nice counter from Muta. Throat thrust. And a drop kick. Warrior out. Muta out. Warrior in. Warrior out. Muta in. Warrior in. Ooh, straight into some devastating Muta kicks. Warrior jawbreaker. Oh. Dodges the chop. Warrior sends Muta off the ropes. Leapfrog. Big boot. Cover. 1, 2, only a 2. Both men back to their feet. Big punches and elbows and chops from Warrior. Muta catches the kick. Big chops of his own. Into. Ooh, a knee bar. Holy shit. But in the ropes. Muta, what's he thinking? Ah, small package. Oh, gets the win off the small package. Holy shit. Was not expecting that. And we didn't see the mist. Don't imagine we will unless we see him in like a no DQ match. Yeah, that face paint is mostly gone. And to their credit, they did a good job with the face model. Muta. Oh, goodness me. Which brings us to our final match of the stream. After we check the news and the rest of this week's card. Another great 3.5-star match. So, Razor Ramon versus Bam Bam Bigelow. Bam Bam gets the win. Main event, Undertaker versus Vader. And Vader gets the win again. He has also kind of ran away with his rivalry. Which makes me think Undertaker's probably going to get the pay-per-view win. So, June week 4. Winning a match wasn't enough for Sid Justice as he chased down Roddy Piper and continued to attack him. The ruthless assault has fans concerned about how much further this superstar will take things in their rivalry. Vader demonstrated the depths of his cruelty with a vicious attack, attempting to shorten The Undertaker's career. A rival this dangerous will need tremendous perseverance to triumph over while injured. Ooh, damn. On to the next and final show of the stream. Tag Team Championships on the line. The New Age Outlaws versus the Outsiders. Women's Tag Team actions. Stacey Keebler and Chyna take on ODB and Maurice. Jimmy Uso versus Bubba Ray Dudley. Mankind versus Lex Luger in a tables match. Taz versus RVD. And in our main event, The Rock versus Triple H. I feel like we're going to watch the tag title match. So let's watch the tag title match. Because it's a title match. And that's something different to end on as well. And we'll get to see the New Age Outlaws entrance. And the weird configuration of the Outsiders entrance when they come out with Kevin or with Eric Bischoff as the manager. Oh, somebody. I guess he does just do that on the mic. I always thought that just played with the. Here's what I know.
You damn right.
Ooh, shake in the ass.
Hits me, hits that D-O-double-G.
Do you think they sold many Roll the Dog a Bone t-shirts back in the day?
Cut the music.
Or 4 words, check out my ass t-shirts. I think that's what it says.
The Road Dogg, Jesse James, the badass Billy Gunn, the new
I think Road Dogg re-recorded that for this, or they've just used like an old recording from like back in the day.
And of course, if you're not down with that, we got 2
And like, I highly doubt they got Billy Gunn in to record. You never know. Because it could have even just been from the last time they were in the games. It was like 2K17 or something like that. And here comes the Outsiders. Oh, well, they're doing their bit right, so that's something. Watch, this might just be the Outsiders entrance with manager. It's not doing the NWO entrance. Because it's not in black and white. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it just makes Eric Bischoff be Hulk Hogan. Maybe because the Outsiders are now set as like a sub-team? I'm not sure. I might have been thinking of the old games. Or like last year's game. Not in love with the tag team title belts, to be honest. But I had everything else done and I needed tag belts, so they'll have to do. I feel like a title match is a good way to end. And who knows, maybe next stream the ring announcer will come back. They're a bit too busy or something, or the design just isn't great. Like, I know there are people that do like absolute magic with Create a Championship, but and like using custom images and shit and having it look really awesome, whereas I just use the in-game assets. And we will skip because once again there's no ring announcer. We haven't put batteries in our microphones. I don't like how much darker the like exterior of the front plate is to the actual. That's my main issue actually. I need to brighten that bit up so it matches the rest of it more. Okay, Road Dogg and Kevin Nash to start. Kevin Nash, I'm pretty sure, has single-handedly beat both of these guys, and I think at one point won a handicap match against these guys. Could be wrong with that though. Boom. The gun's a bit odd looking. Don't know what it is. But again, I'm assuming they don't have they're not working off of a face scan. Well, again, they might. Well, but it would be like from, again, like near enough a decade ago now. There is the tag. Saying that, I don't know that Hall and Nash are based off of face scans. They might be full custom models as well. Ooh, big forearm from the Road Dog. Sends him into the Outlaws corner. And back suplex. Neckbreaker. Nice teamwork from the Outlaws. Billy Gunn. Kamigoye? Okay. See, like, from that pinning angle, he didn't look too bad. It was just when he was standing in the apron, he looked odd. Billy Gunn. Big press slam. And he's done for the day. Or for the moment, anyway. Road Dog back in. Was trying to run somewhere. Gets him up. Brings him to the neutral corner. And Snake Eyes. Perhaps sending a direct message to Kevin Nash there, of course. In a previous life as Vinny Vegas, I think that was his finisher. Ooh, completely whiffs it on the discus punch. Road Dog resting in his corner. And why Billy didn't make a tag there, I don't know. No reason not to. Kevin Nash back in. Good cohesion here from the outsiders. It's Nash just putting the boots to the D-O-double-G. Ooh, big Kevin Nash, big boot. Can I cover? Nope. Deadly shoulder claw, but once again, as with the last time we saw the deadly shoulder claw, in the ropes. Bring to a neutral corner, head first into the turnbuckle. And just sends him shoulder first into the corner post. Jesus. And back to Hall. But that's how you do it. Quick, consistent tags. Isolate a man. And do this running next, and that snap move that everybody likes to do for some reason. I also still don't know how to manually put people in that seated position. I'm assuming there is a button for it. But I just sort of have to hope they do it by chance. Never learned. Couldn't even have a guess as to how you do it. Billy back in. DDT from Hall. And into the outsider's corner. Another tag. Big body shot from Big Sexy. I think Nash was trying to do a sidewalk slam there, but it wasn't working. Billy shoots him off. Drop down. Oh, gets caught. Big Kev shoots Billy off. And yeah, he's definitely trying to do a sidewalk slam. It's just not working for him. So he's going to tag out. Billy powering up Hall. And face first into the top rope. Ooh, just stomping on him. Well, if you ever wanted a great shot at Kevin Nash's ass, we've got you covered here. Well, it was the gunslinger. Or no, quick draw. Gunslinger's like the sidewalk type move. Road Dogg going to immediately tag out? He sure is. Do either of these teams have a tag finisher? Well, I'm not sure. Ooh. And Hall looking for the Holloway slam. I don't know that he ever called it that, but Billy Gunn able to counter it, shifts his weight to come straight down on top of Hall, and tags out. The Hall crawling, looking for the tag, gets it, in comes Big Sexy. Oh, still cannot connect to get that sidewalk slam though, to save his life. Oh, almost. Sends him into the corner. Points and gives him a stern talking to. Big clothesline. And into the outsider's corner. Tags out again. Another big body shot. And Hall into a neutral corner. Road Dogg into the opposite neutral corner and comes back. Oh. Ooh, big lariat to the back of the head. Back of the Hall. Cover. Only a one. And we have yet to see anybody actually come in to break a pin. Oh, Road Dogg maybe looking for the shaky knee. And he gets it. Good for him. And no, I thought he was maybe going to go for the pump handle there. Tag. Ooh, this I think is their finisher. Well, the fact that Billy's going for the cover and the fact that Kevin Nash is coming in to break it tells me that it was. I don't know if that's the order they would have done it though. I feel like there's something in my head telling me that Road Dogg would have done the pile driver and Billy would have done the diving. But I could be wrong about that. I haven't watched a New Age Outlaws match in some time. Discus punch. Like, it would be a lot of effort, but I kind of wish they had like a variant of every tag move so that you could set it for each member to have like the right version. So like, for example, the Road Warriors, there'd be a Doomsday Device version where if Animal's the legal man, he starts by putting the guy on the shoulders for Hawk to do the clothesline. If Hawk's the legal man making the tag, he goes up top. Animal still does the shoulders. Ooh, moonsault. But again, you'd have to like animate two versions of every tag move, and also implement the idea of each individual member of a tag team having a separate settable tag finisher instead of them sharing. Ooh, Road Dogg. Dancy elbow on a cover. Oh, Nash might not be able to come back in. They haven't tagged since he broke the pin, have they? So if they can keep Hall in, they might be able to get this now, because I don't think Nash is able to come back in now until a tag's made and they reset the pin breaks. Which, as a gameplay thing, I don't mind. It's not how it works in actual wrestling. I think the nearest thing is in like the rules of actual tag wrestling, you get like 3, I think. A legal man enters to break a pin and then it's a DQ, but you never see it happen. Ooh, Road Dogg busted open. So now the outsiders have reset their pin breaks anyway. So like Hall can break one for Nash, and then if they tag out, Nash can break for Hall again. I think he was looking for the jackknife there. The Road Dogg busted open. Nope. Road Dogg sent into the Outlaws corner, and here comes the classic Kevin Nash elbows in the corner. Oh, nope, gets the bit up. Ooh, ducks the line. Nash into the Outlaws corner. Oh. Fights his way out of it. Cannot for the life of him get those sidewalk slams off. Oh, Road Dogg. Dancy punches. Boom, gets it. And tags out. In comes Billy Gunn. Ooh, who might have a finisher. Don't know where he was going there. Or why Bischoff just briefly got up on the apron. And he's in the ring. What the fuck are you doing, Eric? Billy not looking for the Famouser. It was actually, I think, going to try and do the Spike Pile Driver. But instead, get some Kevin Nash elbows. Big Sexy going to tag out. Oh, there it is. Famouser. But again, Nash can come back in to break this pin. And he will. But if the Outlaws can keep Hall in now, Nash can't come back to break a pin. Irish whip. Drop toe hold. Shaky, shaky, shaky knee. That might actually be their tag finisher. And it is. That was new champions. Holy shit. New champs. What a way to end. After we check out everything else that happens on this week's show and check the news. I think I had that issue with the world title belt where its like base front plate was like way too dark. So then the like design pieces stood out too much. So that might help it. 4.5 star instant classic. I'll take it. Alright. Chyna and Stacey beat ODB and Maurice. Jimmy and Bubba goes to a no contest of some sort. Mankind versus Lex Luger in a tables match. Mankind gets the win. Taz versus RVD. RVD gets the win over Taz. Main event, World Champion The Rock versus Triple H. And The Rock gets the win. And in the news, for June of week 4, Road Dogg and Jesse James and the Badass by the Gun have won the Action Zone Wrestling Tag Team Championship. Stacey Keibler and Chyna failed to back up their promise and could not make their opponents tap out. This failed attempt to capture the attention of the AZW universe will set them back for a while. And Bubba Ray Dudley attacked Jimmy Uso from behind before the match could start, ignoring the referee's orders to stop. Fighting continued after the match had been called off. The animosity between these superstars may not even end even after their big match, which I'm assuming will be on the pay-per-view, but you never know these days. And yeah, that's where we'll leave off for now. So yeah, we'll pick back up with this at some point next week. We'll do the pay-per-views, and then the 4 weeks up to the next pay-per-view. And if I have time, and it's in an evening where I don't have anything to be up early for the next day, we'll maybe do the following pay-per-view just to get us back into the rhythm of doing the 4-week build and the pay-per-view instead of the pay-per-view and then the build for the next one. But we'll see how it goes. That's the plan anyway. Before that though, we have one more stream this week, which will be tomorrow evening, and that will be some more Pokemon Legends ZA, if I'm not mistaken, because I think that's the only game I haven't played this week. Nope, it's Oblivion. We started the week with Pokemon. Yeah, so some Oblivion tomorrow to see us out, and then we'll do the whole rotation again next week, starting with Pokemon Legends ZA. So yeah, thanks for watching tonight. I will catch you next time. Cheers, and goodbye.